Well, we finally got our truck back. Yay! We're a little lighter in the pocketbook, but definitely a little safer now, too.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, lighter because we changed oil in the fuel filters because we wouldn't make it down to my dad's in time for the timing to be up. So we decided to get it done here. So.
Yeah, a little expensive, but that's okay.
But we got all the warranty junk out of the way, so.
Yeah. We definitely need a car wash. And we're back in the truck. Now we have heated seats, but don't need them. Definitely a far cry from where it was just a few days ago in the teens. Well, today we're finally going to get some additional water. We've been we're actually a bit low. We're at 9%. So it has 7% accuracy, so we're pretty much, we have no water. So Gary decided to rig something up for us so we can hopefully get some water while we were lacking our truck. On the plus side, our truck came back, so we do have the truck now, yay! But we're gonna end up trying this water bladder situation just to see if, for future stuff. And it also keeps us from having to, to turtle this thing just to get water. All right, so we'll head over to what Gary has done. So, hey, Gare. We decided to change scenery and go to where we were actually going to get water since it was going to take a little bit of time.
So we're at a park for an extended stay and we are out of water. So what we're doing is we had this as a backup. It's the Aqua tank too. And we had this as kind of an emergency backup. We're going to fill up the bladder with 60 gallons of water from the park here and just using our normal hoses. And then what we're going to do then is pump it using an old water pump from the camper. But I did put the bladder on an old sheet, so in case I had any spurs or whatever on the decking here. So, and then I left the nozzle hanging out here. I'm not sure exactly how this all fills up, so this will be my first time using it.
The only spigot in this entire park is located way over there. So we are actually sitting on the side of the road with 100 feet of hose in order to get to this. And now we wait.
Truck hit the weight of the water because 60 pounds times 8 is what,
480.
480. So.
It's 500 pounds. It will be.
So it should make the truck grow in a little bit. Oh, filled up the nozzle, huh? It's funny how it makes the suspension grow. I honestly don't know how long it's going to take to fill.
I don't know either. But I mean, it takes a long while to do our tank too. That feels pretty full. All right, back to camp. All right, we're back at the campsite, and Gary is going to walk us through what he's done to not jerry rig, it's Gary rig this sucker.
So to pump this from the truck to the camper, now that we got it filled up, we decided, well, we'll double filter it. So we put our filters back on it, and then I'm going to pump it with this. This is a 4 gallon per minute pump. So I put a two-way valve in here just because we're going to get a lot of water and stuff through there. So there's a valve, and then this is just a piece of braided line and some connectors I had laying around, so I just put them on there. And then I had to get a hose barb thing that would fit onto there, because it was half inch MPT, and these are 3/4 inch. So, and then all you do is plug it in here. It turns the pump on. Hopefully.
Sounds like it's going through.
Yep, got water. started at 9% full. All right. So far, almost done. I scrunched it up to try to get the rest of the water out. I put my ohmmeter on there just to make sure I wasn't burning down my truck batteries too badly. But as you can, I don't know if you can see or not, but it says it's at 94%. Anyway, I think that was a success. It took me a little over an hour to get all 60 gallons in, but I think that was because one of our filters was probably plugged. It did the job.
Today is move day, and we are packing up after being in this campground for several weeks. Okay, doing a final walkthrough. Doors secure. Got little towels down there. There's nothing on the cabinets. Table secure. Fan off. Lights off, nothing in this area. Kitchen is all clean, minus the items that we're taking. So the heater is off. That's off. I do change it to gas. Go ahead and tell me why it's bad in the comments. Pump off. Water heaters off. I think we're ready to go. Got that slide in. Grab my keys. We got this awesome slide drawer that is so much smoother than the old drawer was. It can hold 150 pounds easy. The problem is we haven't figured out how to deal with the lock. In the meantime, I use a pillow to make sure that that drawer doesn't come out. We've been here for 6 weeks. I cannot believe it. But we're on our way, trying to remember everything.
Quackers.
Got a lot of honkers.
Honkers and quackers.
Ooh, little tree fall. That might be a little bit of a problem. Yep, let's go get it.
As we mentioned, all water except one spigot had been turned off in this campground, which means we need to be a little more creative when flushing our black tank. We can't backflush, but we can open the slides and pump water into the black tank using the bathroom sink and the toilet. I'm using a lot of hot water too to help that cleaning process. And then I repeat with the gray tank using the kitchen sink. This works pretty well, but we do go through a bit of water.
Freezing valve number 2. Nope. Sorry. I think we've come up with a solution to resolve this, but it will not be here until we get into North Carolina. So we'll hopefully share that if it works.
Alright. Hey, let me try.
Oh, there you go. We have been using Happy Camper again. just because it was available. And I just put some of the Happy Camper in this half-gallon container, and what I found as I was dumping water into the toilet and here is that it is chunking up. I don't know if you can see that well. You can see all these chunks of the Happy Camper stuff there that's not mixing, and obviously you're not going to be shaking it like crazy if you're just putting it in your black or gray tank at the very beginning. So I'm thinking that this is not as effective as I wanted it to be. This is what ended up coming out of the bottom. These are pretty rock solid. I think I'm going to actually go back to the liquid items I found on Amazon, which seemed to work well, but
they're hard to store.
They were hard to store, but they just came up with a gallon version of it, which is actually easier than having three small containers. So I think that's what I'm going to do. A little bit. Now time for water. Well, that was less than awesome. We did try to get some water for the tanks, and we have to use 2 hoses because the spigot is so far away. We have a new hose that's a wider hose from 0G, but our old blue one that's only a 1/2 inch seems to be freezing up every time that we try to put water through it. So we don't have water. Hoping that we can get water at the next campground. We're at 39%, so it's not horrible, but kind of frustrating considering the amount of effort that we just went to try to get that water in there.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're a little behind, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
So, where are we heading next? Will we find water in December in the Midwest? Will we even make it out of Illinois? Tune in next week to find out. And if you made it this far, thank you. And please like and subscribe. It makes Gary happy. And he's never happy.